Hey guys, it's Brooklyn Goddess K, and we have a Pickle Pile Goddess reading. The theme of this reading for this week is going to be shadow work. For those who are unaware, shadow work is a way that we work towards healing our repressed emotions, unconscious thought patterns, and anything else that limits us from reaching our highest good. A lot of people have different views on what shadow work is, and I believe shadow work is all about those things that we wish to keep hidden or things that we hide from ourselves and how we can work through those things. So a good example of shadow work that you can do is inner child healing. So a lot of inner child work is about those fears that we've experienced as children and how can we allow adult us to overcome and forgive them so that we can move forward. I hope that with this reading, you've been illuminated or confirm any shadow work that you believe that you need to be doing at this time, and that you feel empowered and confident in order to continue on your healing journey. All of my personal information will be left in the description below. I will leave the information for my tip jar, my email address for personal readings, which I will be looking to open at the end of the week, and all of my social media handles. I will also leave little excerpts about each crystal so that you can further connect with the stones. And throughout this reading, I will be reading the empowerment oracles that come with each pile. I'll read from the actual book, and I will leave the name of each deck that I'm using. Today I'm using two decks. I'm using the Empowerment Oracles, and I am using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. It is one of my favorites to read for shadow work because it's a little spooky, but it's also the personal deck that I have is very honest. If anything does not resonate, let it fly. I'm going to give you a couple moments to look at the piles again to make sure that the pile is for you. Like I did with the last pick a pile reading, I'm going to be making separate videos for each pile. So, forewarning, if you did not choose pile 1, please sign out now. Okay, I'm going to give you some time to look at your pile, and then we are going to get into the reading. Perfect. Okay, let's move these out of our way and let's get started. So, pile 1 is our Smoky Quartz. So for those who do not know, Smoky Quartz to me is a beautiful stone. It helps rid our negative thought patterns, and because it is a quartz, it hits all of our chakras. So for those who are new to following me, I speak about chakra work a lot. Chakras are the focal points of energy in our body, and they can be influenced by what we eat, what we listen to, and how we're feeling. They're also a good indication to know what we need to work on, because a lot of times unbalanced or overactive chakras can manifest into physical ailments. So for those of you that are experiencing a lot of headaches or experienced a lot of headaches growing up, Smoky Quartz is a great stone to have. For those of you that deal with anxiety, for those that find yourself often anxious when it comes time to making big decisions, Smoky Quartz is a stone that I suggest for you. For those of you that find yourself very affected easily by the emotions of others, Smoky Quartz is a stone I suggest for you. It really puts up that barrier, and it stops you from feeling influenced by the energy of others around you. So now I'm going to lay out the cards for this reading. I'm going to speak about whatever comes up to me at this time, and then I'll get into the empowerment oracles and I'll read each card. So our Enchanted Blossom Empowerment Oracle, our first card is Gratitude. Our second Empowerment Oracle is Love. Okay, our tarot cards for this reading. I will first state by saying, you got purple in both of your oracles and green. So your focus at this time, like I said, I always mention chakra work. Your focus at this time needs to be your third eye, which would make sense for those that are feeling anxious. That usually is a sign of anxiety and imbalanced third eye, and your heart chakra. So it's beautiful that you got love, because the heart chakra is rules love, and this is love of all forms. The excuse me, I'm getting a lot of information. 1 second. That heart chakra is going to make you open and able to receive. So more green in your diet. I recommended the other day 528 hertz. Play that, get in tune, open up that heart chakra. So your shadow work is definitely going to start with your third eye. So your thought patterns, trusting your intuition, and your heart chakra, being open to giving and receiving. I'm feeling a lot of people that chose this pile have Scorpio placements, but I'll move on. Okay, so your first tarot card is the Emperor. Your second tarot card is Judgment. Your third tarot card is Knight of Wands. And your fourth tarot card is the Queen of Cups, but she is reversed. I'll show her upright, but reversed. So when I looked at this pile, because I looked at them off camera and now I'm looking on them on camera, so I'll be able to channel a couple different messages. I first wanted to, when I first looked at this pile, that your shadow work is definitely going to be in alignment with how you deal with authority figures. How you deal with giving masculine energies, for some men in your life, second chances. How do you deal with being openly emotional and vulnerable with authority figures? Many of you have probably had absent fathers, or fathers that weren't as emotionally open as you would like for them to be. And in your adulthood, or as you continue to grow on your journey, they've made a reappearance and you're not too sure if you can be trusting of what they're saying to you at this time. Okay, for another few of you, this is about trusting your intuitive inklings and making what you want manifest into the physical. So the Emperor is all about physical energy, things that we create in the physical, acting outwardly, that masculine energy, putting the pedal to the metal, fortitude, all of those things. And with Judgment next to it, that's always a signal to me that we're unsure about how to act next. Because Judgment is a second chance. Judgment is once you know better, you do better. I always associate that with Judgment. And now that you've had this reckoning, right? Now that you've experienced life and you see what it means to be a go-getter, right? Or you've never seen it and you're unsure about how you should display it. Oh, 1 second. It's about how you need to move forward. The reason why I say that when I first looked at this pile, I got the feeling of how you interact with authority figures in your life, and trusting those inner inklings, is because you got the reverse Queen of Cups. Okay, I'm showing the card again because the Queen of Cups is one of my favorite cards to see in a reading, because it traditionally means that we are open and receptive to emotional energy. We understand our emotions. We're in tune with our emotions. We do not fear giving and sharing our emotions with others. So to receive it reversed means that we're not playing with none of that. We're not touching any of that. And the reason why I really am mentioning the relationship with the father is because also I always associate mother energy with the Queen of Cups and father energy with the Emperor. And to receive them, right, in the reading, and I wish I had a way that I could really show you guys the cards. Maybe I'll turn them around and you can still see. The Emperor is looking back at Judgment, right? And it's a family that's being saved, right? By temperance, by the angels. And the Knight of Wands is running off. That's going full steam ahead. And the Queen of Cups is reversed, right? So when these cards are facing this way, the story that they tell, you probably also are fearful of showing up confidently in relationships because you haven't been able to see that. You often see two parents, two people, two relationships, two persons, however it needs to be for you, going in opposite directions, but someone always seems to be wanting the other more than the other. Right? You may find yourself often in moments where you are a lot more dominant, and because you've been a lot more dominant and outright with your feelings in the past, you now currently do not feel that way. You do not feel that is the way that you should go. So your shadow work is healing your wounds in regards to rejection, into being vulnerable, into having authority, giving someone else power over you, right? True power is letting others lead, okay? That may sound odd, but when we give our power over to someone else, we are further confirming our confidence and our certainty and security and power within oneself. Because that means whatever the other party is doing does not affect how I feel about me, does not affect how I view me. It doesn't touch any of those things. Okay? That's kind of all the messages I'm getting for you. Please rewatch this. I mentioned this in all of my videos. Rewatch the reading so you can really hear all of the messages. Something you may have missed. Do not fear becoming your parents at all. Do not fear parenthood. You'll be able to be emotionally available for your children, for your partner, when you realize that the past made you who you are so that you can be more open and receptive. Life cracked open that heart chakra for you, not to break you, but for you to see the full extent of your love, the full extent of your passions. So do not fear bringing your dreams. Do not fear bringing your emotions, your life, those things that make you feel alive, those things that make you feel confident. Do not fear bringing them to life and sharing them with others. They will be well received. Your people, your clique, your soul family, they will find you. Okay? Oh, I'm laughing because I want to say show gratitude for what the past has shown you. What the past has allowed you to mature in love, to mature in relationships. And I'm going to leave that at that. We're going to get into our oracles. I'm just going to sweep these up for you so you can see your oracles on camera. So like I said, we have love, and each oracle comes with a flower. So I can't wait to read the book for you. But you have love with lilac. Let's see. And then you have gratitude with bluebell. Like I said, you see those beautiful purples and greens. And look, this deck is arranged alphabetically. They're not even in the same, they're not even close to each other in the alphabet. Okay, let's see. So let's start with, one second, I really like to look at them. Let's start with love first. So, and they come with butterflies as well. So I'll read the species of the flower, the species of the butterfly, and they all come with questions for you. So something for you to ponder on after you've left this reading. So love, flower, lilac, butterfly, veined jay. The beauty and intoxicating scent of lilac has appealed to humans for thousands of years. In Greek mythology, Pan used the hollow reeds of a lilac bush to create the first pan pipe, not realizing the shrub was the nymph Syringa, whom he had been chasing. In Russia, holding a lilac sprig over a newborn baby is said to bring wisdom. Lilacs have been featured in paintings of some of the most famous impressionists of the 20th century. The scent of the lilac is a primary reason it was carried across lands. It remains a popular fragrance for our bodies and homes, with shampoos, candles, soaps, and more enveloping us with the scent of lilac. When this card makes an appearance, it is a reminder not only to delight in others, but to love yourself as well. Adore who you are and what you do. Make sure your actions and thoughts are aligned with love and affection, and it will grow. You do not stumble upon self-love. It is something you cultivate and practice daily. Use only kind words when you talk and think to yourself. Pamper yourself, take yourself out on a date, or schedule some time just for you to do something you enjoy. Devoting time and care to yourself means you will have plenty of love to give and the ability to receive as well. Your question: how can I better love myself and those around me? Like I said, do not close your emotions off. That reverse Queen of Cups is coming out. Let's read gratitude. Okay. Gratitude. The flower is bluebell and the butterfly is brimstone. Few flowers bring magic and fairies to mind more than bluebells. Growing in great flowing carpets in wooded areas from Spain to the British Isles, these blue trumpet-shaped flowers have long had ties to the fairy realm. To call the fairy kingdom to court, it is said these flower thimbles would be rung and that picking a bluebell could be a catalyst for bad luck from the fairies. Despite this, the sap from bluebells was used as glue for early book binding and attaching the fletching on arrows. In modern times, chemicals found in bluebells have been tested in cures for both HIV and cancer. Bluebells are a hugely popular flower in wooded gardens for their unique look and their ability to reproduce rapidly. Gratitude is one of the most potent emotions humans possess. This card is urging you to stop and be deeply thankful for everything in your life. Acknowledge the people, things, experiences, and emotions you encounter daily. All of these happen for you and not to you. The most joyful acceptance you show towards the positive things in your world and the most positive things you will see and experience. The more thankful you are for your experiences, the more the universe will grace you in return. Be grateful for who you are and what you have once and what you have. Once you see the greatness of your life, you can begin to focus on it and it will multiply. How can I show that gratitude as often as possible? Is your question. And what am I grateful for? I'm going to leave it at that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And like I said in the beginning of the reading, all of my information will be down below and everything that you need to know in regards to your cards, the stone, bookings for readings, social media, and my tip jar will be in the description below. And once again, thank you for letting me read for you. Rewatch the video. Let me know if it resonated and have a lovely day.